Giannis, what did you do? Okay, guys. Hello, my name is Andy Schott, and I am here with my first ever actual podcast sort of video, and I'm here talking about the Bucks Raptors game 5, where the Raptors did beat the Bucks 105 to 99 in Milwaukee. This is huge. This is a huge game for the Raptors. Kawhi Leonard scored 35 points. So let me start with this. So we do know that the Raptors are now up 3-2 in the series going back to Toronto, which is huge because they have home court advantage. The Bucks have not won a road game this series yet. The only two games they won were in Milwaukee for games 1 and 2, and they just have not done well on the road these playoffs. What happens next for the Bucks? Well, for me, I do want them to win. I don't think they're going to win though. I think Kawhi Leonard will come up big tomorrow. I think he will score over 30 again, like he's been doing this entire playoff run. He's averaging over 30 for the entire playoffs. He's been balling. Kawhi Leonard has been balling, and it's just incredible to watch. I think he's the best player in the playoffs right now. With KD, which I will make another video on this, I do think that he did tear his Achilles. I do think he did. But that will be another video. Don't worry about that. Anyways, now that Kawhi Leonard has been playing this well, I don't think the Bucks have a chance. Giannis has been underperforming this series. He went 4 from 9 from the free throw line yesterday. He looks shook. I watched the whole game, and the first minute, the first thing the Raptors did was they fouled Giannis at the rim and made him shoot free throws. You know what? You know what happened? He missed both free throws to start the game. That can't happen. Giannis has to be better. But the Bucks role players are also to blame. Eric Bledsoe averaged 16 points in the regular season. What's he averaging now? Less than 10 on less than 40% field goal percentage. That can't happen. Chris Middleton, an all-star, voted all-star for the Eastern Conference, is averaging less than 10 points. That can't happen either. Giannis needs more help because he is not getting anything from any of the role players on the team. So basically, these two teams, the Bucks, Raptors, are the same team, I believe. They have one superstar, obviously. Bucks have Giannis, Raptors have Kawhi, and they just have a bunch of role players. And for either team to win this series, it has to be one of the role players has to play above their standard. So let me give you some examples. So game 1, Brook Lopez had over 20 points. He never goes for over 20 points anymore. That's why the Bucks won the first game. Game 2, Ersan Ilyasova had over 20 points. Hit 5 3-pointers, I think, above 5 3-pointers. That's why the Bucks won. The Raptors won game 3 because Fred VanVleet and Serge Ibaka went off. The Raptors won game 4 because Kyle Lowry went off and Pascal Siakam went off. The Raptors won game 5 because he got Siakam and Kyle Lowry playing well. Plus, Fred VanVleet hit 7 3-pointers. How is Giannis supposed to beat that? So I think the Raptors are now going to go to the NBA Finals, unfortunately. My prediction was wrong. I think the Raptors will now win in 6. And it's sad to say I really enjoyed this Bucks run that they had. It was very entertaining. Giannis is unbelievable. And yet, it's kind of a disappointing season. Wouldn't you say? Would you say this is a disappointing season by the Bucks? Comment down below if you believe this is a disappointing season by the Bucks. Because I'm going to argue that this was not a disappointing season. I'm going to argue that for Giannis' career, this loss in the Eastern Conference Finals will actually benefit his career and benefit his status on the pantheon of great players. So I'm going to throw this out there. Giannis losing this series will help his GOAT case, greatest of all time case. Because I have been watching many YouTube videos about how Giannis is so gifted, which I agree. He's so gifted, so good, so unstoppable that he has a chance to be one of the greatest players of all time. Kevin Durant said that. LeBron James has said that. Many peers by Giannis Antetokounmpo have been telling him that he is going to be one of the greatest players ever. So tell me, do you guys think that the Bucks would have won against the Warriors they made to the finals this year? I don't think so. If anything, I think they would have lost in 5 or 4. And that would be one loss for Giannis in NBA Finals. That's not good. Apparently, this thought always confused me. So think about this. So we have LeBron James. He went to 8 straight NBA Finals. 8 straight NBA Finals. And he lost 5 of them. And we punish him for that because Michael Jordan went 6 for 6. So this is the thing that always confused me. LeBron made it to 8 straight finals. 2 more than Michael Jordan made it to. 2 more than Michael Jordan. And he made it in 8 consecutive years. And yet, the fact that he lost 5 of them is a black mark on his career. The fact that he lost 5 NBA Finals is a black mark in his career. So the fact that Giannis now is not going to go to the NBA Finals, in my opinion, he's not going to have that one NBA loss. And I think this was great experience for the Bucks. They really needed it because most of their team is young, most of their team is inexperienced. Giannis losing in the Eastern Conference Finals helps his GOAT case because he's going to have all the stats. He's going to have amazing highlights. He's going to have amazing numbers. He's going to have a great team around him next year as well. Apparently, for people to think that you're the GOAT, you can't lose in the NBA Finals anymore because of Michael Jordan going 6 for 6. So if he would have gone to the finals this year and lost, that's it. That's it for the GOAT case. Right? That's it for the GOAT case. He can't become the GOAT because that's what you guys tell me about LeBron James. That's what you guys tell me. That's what people say about LeBron James is that, oh, wow, he has a losing record in the NBA Finals. He cannot be the GOAT. How does that make sense? He made it to 8 straight NBA Finals, and you're telling me that that's not impressive? No, I do say 6 for 6. That is up there with probably the greatest accomplishment or one of the greatest accomplishments of all time. And that's why Michael Jordan is considered one of the GOATs, or considered the GOAT. I consider LeBron James the GOAT, and it's because of how well-rounded he is and his 3-1 comeback against the Warriors in 2016. That's why I consider him the GOAT. But I know a lot of people believe that because he even has one loss in his NBA Finals career that he can't even touch Michael Jordan because it's just Michael Jordan went 6 for 6. So if Giannis Antetokounmpo ever wants to be the GOAT, he can't lose in the finals. If he ever wants to be undeniably the best player ever to play basketball, he cannot lose in the finals. And this is why this loss is actually going to help Giannis' career moving forward because he no longer has the opportunity to lose to the Golden State Warriors. There was this one play. It was when Malcom Brogdon, they were down either 2 or 3 points with about 40 seconds left. I think they were down 3 points. They were down 3 points with 35 seconds left. And Malcom Brogdon was in the baseline, and he was dribbling, and he dribbled off of his foot, and it went out of bounds. And it was obviously off of Malcom Brogdon's foot, or his shin. So, Malcom Brogdon if I can, I'll have this play on the screen if I can get it. But Malcom Brogdon knows the ball hit his foot, and he looked over, watched it go out of bounds, and he went like this. I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it. What do you mean you didn't touch it? You knew you touched it, and you decided to not put out 110% for that ball. You made a mental decision to watch that ball go out of bounds, watch that ball dribble out, watch your season go away because you wanted to try to manipulate the refs. This manipulation of the refs in basketball is absurd. It is just disgusting. I hate it. I do not like James Harden for this. He tries to manipulate the refs so much, and it keeps working, and people growing up are watching this being like, I can get that foul. I can persuade the refs. I can manipulate them. Malcom Brogdon watched this ball go off his foot, out of bounds, didn't go for it. I know back when I was playing, I was playing volleyball. I wasn't a basketball player, but I did play a little bit of basketball, but I was a volleyball player. And if I saw a ball that I knew was going to be in bounds and I didn't go and dive for it, my coach would rip me to shreds. My coach would have torn my head off, taken me out of the game, never let me play again. Because, especially in a game like this, how can you not, as a competitor, want to put all of your effort into getting that ball? Malcom Brogdon, this loss could also be on your shoulders because of that one play. I know one play doesn't decide a game, but the fact that if there were 35 seconds left and you had a turnover and you knew the ball came off your foot and you knew the ball bounced off your foot, how can you let that happen? How can Giannis let that happen? How can anyone let that happen? I know for a fact that if I was in that moment and that ball came off my leg, I knew that ball came off my leg, I would have gone 110% for that ball. It's just mind-boggling. This, like, the fact that Malcom Brogdon thought that it was obvious and went off a Raptors foot, it just doesn't make sense. There's replay. You know a play like that is gonna go to instant replay too, because it's such a big moment that you know it's gonna go to instant replay. So why would you not go for the ball? Why would you not dive for it? I hope I can get a video up on this because this is something that I want people to see. I want people to watch Malcom Brogdon see the ball hit his foot and then just let it go out of bounds. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The Bucks don't deserve to win this series because of that one play, in my opinion. They don't want to win. So to recap, Raptors won Game 5, which was in Milwaukee, so I think that the Raptors are actually going to win the whole series tomorrow night in Toronto. I think the series is over. I think Kawhi is going to have a huge game. I think he's going to go for over 30 again. I don't think the Raptors are going to beat the Warriors. And I think that this loss is going to help Giannis's case for the GOAT because now he wasn't going to get swept by the Warriors. So now he's not going to have an NBA Finals loss on his resume. I think Giannis is good enough to go to multiple NBA Finals and win multiple NBA Finals without losing. I do think he's that good. I think he needs, once he gets his jump shot going, because he has been working on it. So once he gets that going, I think he will be capable of going to NBA Finals and not losing, just like MJ. And then we can start having that conversation about if he's the greatest of all time or not. Malcom Brogdon, you are one of the reasons why you lost the game yesterday, because of that turnover. You watched the ball go off your hand, or off your foot. You watched it happen, and you are one of the reasons why the Bucks lost, and I hope that you understand that. So, comment down below. Do you think the Raptors are going to win the series? Do you think the Raptors are going to challenge the Warriors? And tell me, will Giannis be able to be in the GOAT conversation? Leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, the Noti Gang, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, peeps.